Welcome to this session of the chapter Relations and Functions. So till now we have discussed about the relations. Now I'm coming to the functions part, and you are familiar with the concept of a function. Again I'm repeating what is a function there, because function, all the concepts are derived from the set theory. First we studied about the set theory, what is a set. Then we studied about the Cartesian product. Cartesian product is the set of ordered pairs of the two sets, of the elements of the two sets A and B. Then there comes the relation. Relation is the subset of the Cartesian product of the ordered pair, in which the elements of the ordered pairs are related in some way or the other. And the third case, it is the third term, that is the function. Function is also the subset of a Cartesian product. Now function is a subset of a Cartesian product. That means it can be taken as a relation. So if we define about the function, that function is a relation in which every element is having the image and every element is having the unique image. This I am repeating it again, we have done in class 11th also. That means if I say, if I represent a function by an arrow diagram, again it is, if I take it this one, there is a set A, there is a set B, and if I take the elements of the set A as 1, 2, 3, and here it is the set B as A, B, C, D, and you know that if I write the relation from A to B, it is a subset of the Cartesian product A cross B. So if I have to say that how many elements are there in A cross B, so you can write it as there 1A, 1B, 1C, 1, D. And 2, A, 2, B, 2, C, 2, D, and 3, A, 3, B, 3, C, and 3, D. So this is the Cartesian product of A and B. And if I take a relation means you can associate any element of the set A with any element of the set B, and some relationship has to be defined. So that is the relation. But if I talk about the function, if I say f is a function from A to B, that means how it is being given, that f is, so if I write the definition, a function is a correspondence or a rule which associates every element of set A with a unique element of set B. So this is the definition of a function. That means very important to understand the difference between a function and a relation. That means function is a rule or a correspondence which associate every element of the set A with a unique element of the set. This we have studied earlier also. I'm revising the concept. So it is, you can take it as, if I associate 1 with B, 2 with A, and 3 with C. That means you can see that, or in other way we can say that this is the image of 1, the element 1. This is the image of element 2, and this is the image of element 3. These are said to be the images, and these are said to be the pre-images. So the definition says that which associates every element, one thing, which associates every element of set A with a unique element of set B. That means every element of the set A must be associated to some of the element of the set B. There cannot be the case that any element of the set A is left unassociated. That has to be remembered. That means any of the element of the set A should not be there which is not associated to some element of the set B. One thing. Second is, the association has to be unique. That means one element will be associated to only one element of the set B. You cannot have more images of the set of the element 1. You cannot have more images for the element 2. So a function from A to B, if f is a function from A to B, then every element of a set A must be associated to a unique element of the set. So this is the definition. Now I'm coming to the types of functions. Now that is very important. The questions will be based on the types of functions. Now first of all, we must know about the 1-1 function. That is a 1-1 function. 1-1 function. 1-1 function is also said to be or injective. Injective, or sometimes it is said to be injection. All these terms are same. 1-1 function or injective or injection. So when is the function f? If I say f is the function from a to b, in which case the function is 1-1. That means the definition is that a function a to b is said to be 1-1 if every element if the definition is that distinct element must have f is 1-1 if distinct elements of A has distinct image. Distinct image. For example, if I say this case, if I give you this example, this is a 1-1 function. How you have to understand it? Different element. So first of all, it has to be a function. Remember this thing. It has to be a function. It cannot be that it is not a function and you are defining a function to be 1-1 or onto. So first of all, it has to be a function. But it has to be verified that it is a function. Then it comes out to be a 1-1 function, whether it is a 1-1 function or not. So distinct element means different element must have different images. So if I say 1 is having image B, that means 1 is having the image B, 2 is having the image A, and 3 is having the image C. So different element have different images. So this is said to be a 1-1 function. Now, if I change the example here, it can be in this way also. If I take it as a 1, 2, 3, and it is A, B, C, D. If I take f as a function from A to B, so if I take it as 1 is having the image B, 2 is having the image A, and 3 is having the image B. If I say that whether it is a function or not, yes, it is a function, because function, the definition of function says that every element must have an image. So 1, 2, 3, all are having the image, and every element must have only one image. If I take the image of 1, that is only one image, that is B. If I say image of 2, that is only one image, that is A. If I take the image of 3, that 3 is having only one image, that is B. Now if I say it is a 1-1 function, it's not a 1-1 function, because the definition says that different element must have different images. You can see here, 1 is having the image B and 3 is also having the image B. So these two elements, although both of these are having the images, but both of these are having the same image. So this is not a 1-1 function. So 1-1 function is different element must have a different image. Otherwise, if this is the case of 1-1 function, but if I talk about this representation, it is a many-one function. It is said to be the many-one function. It is many-one. Although this term is more important than this one, but you must know what is a many-one function. That means why is it many-one? Two of the elements are having the same image. One. Many elements of set A is having one image. So it is many-one image. This is said to be the many-one function. It's a many-one function and this is a 1-1 function. Now I'm coming to the next term, that is these 1-1 function and the next one that is said to be the onto function are very important. The problems will be based on these two functions. Now it is coming to this. Now it is said to be an onto function. Second is it is onto function. Onto function, or it is being sometimes said as surjective. All these means the same, or sometimes it is said as surjection. Now, if f is a function from A to B, if f is a function from A to B, then f is f is onto, it's not 1 1, f is onto if every element of set B, I'm talking about every element of set B, is the image of some element of set A. So this is the definition of an onto function or the surjective function or the surjective. So that means if I draw the arrow diagram for this type of function, onto function, it says that every element of the set B has to be the image of some element of the set A. That means if I say here, if I take the same example here, it is the set A and this is the set B. F is a function from A to B. It is A, B, C, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4. If I say, if I write only one in here, it is. If the image of A is 2, image of B is 1, image of C is again 1. Now you can see that what the definition says. The definition says that every element of the set B has to be the image of some element of the set. If I say it is a function, yes, it is. It satisfies the definition of a function. Every element is having the image. Every element is having the unique image. Two things you have to see it. For a function, you have to see two things. One thing is that there has to be, every element must have an image. Every element must have a unique image. So if I say A is having the image 2, B is having the image 1, C is having the image 1. So every element is having the image, every element is having the unique image. Now if I say onto function, every element of the set B must be the image of at least one element of the set or some element of the set A. So that means every element of the set B must be associated to some element of the set. If you can see this example, so it is an onto function. But if I include this one more element in this one, suppose it is 3. Now what we can see, it is, although it is a function, but it is not an onto function because the element 3 is not associated. It remains unassociated with some of the element of the set A. So I have to, but how it can be checked? That every element of the set B should not be unassociated. So that we have to see. It's very important to check it whether it is a onto function or not. Okay. So these are the two functions, two types of function. That is a 1-1 function or an onto function. Now the question will be asked based on the proof of whether the function is 1-1 or onto function. Now there is a third category of the function that is the same. That means there is no definition for it. Only the definition is that is said to be the bijective function. So bijective function is that bijective function. So we say a function 1-1 and onto is said to be bijective function. Bijective or bijection, it is also said to be bijective function. It is said to be bijection also. That means a function which is both of these, which is 1-1 and onto. I will be writing an example for this one also, which is a bijective function. You can see it is here. If I take these two functions, it is the set A, set B, f is a function from A to B. That means in case of bijective function, it is very clear that the number of elements in the set A is always equal to the number of elements in the set B. So if I take it as A, B, C, and it is 1, 2, 3. So it has to be 1-1. Distinct element must have distinct images, and every element of the set B must be having at least one image. So if I write as 2, here it is the image of B is 1, the image of C is 2. You can, first of all, if I say it is a 1-1 function, so different element of set A are having different images. A is having image 2, 2 is not the image of any other element of the set A. Similarly, B is having image 1, C is having image 3. So it is 1 1 function. So if I talk about the onto function, yes, it is an onto function because every element of the set B is associated to some element of the set. So it is a bijective function. Now I'm coming to the exercise, how we are going to solve the problems based on these terms, whether the function is 1 1 or onto. I'm taking the questions from the exercise 1.2. Exercise 1.2. There is a procedure to solve the problems, and you have to follow that procedure to prove that the function is 1 1 and onto. I'll be discussing it with you in the solution of the problems. So it is exercise 1.2. So the question is that show that the function r0 to r0 defined by it is the function, question number 1, it is function is defined as r subscript written 0 to r0, defined the function, the definition is given as fx equals to 1 upon x, fx equals to 1 upon x. And what r0 indicates, r0 here it is a 0 subscript is written, and it has been mentioned also there in the question that it is a set of non-zero real numbers, non-zero real numbers. So what you have to show it here, it is show that this function which is defined as fx equals to 1 upon x, x is not equals to 0. It's very important, it is non-zero real numbers. Excluding 0, it will be having all the elements. X can take any value except 0. It is a set of real number. So domain, this is the domain, this is the codomain, the set of images is said to be the range of the function. Now, you have to show that it is 1 1 function. How it is being shown? So this is the method you have to follow. Strictly you have to follow the procedure. Remember one thing, you cannot use of your own. So if you are writing the steps of your own, that must be logically correct. So if I say it is a 1 1 function, how it is being taken? So what is the procedure to follow it? First of all, what you have to take it, let x1 comma x2 belongs to r0. Now what we can see it here, we can see that here r0 here in the domain is also r0 and codomain is also r0. So you have to mention that which r0 you are taking. What I'm doing it here, I am taking two elements from r0. If both the ends here, you can see if it is r0, you have to mention that from which end you are taking these elements. So you have to take the elements from the domain. This is the domain, this is the codomain. So I have to take, every time I have to take any two arbitrary elements from the domain. So I have to write it here. It is the domain. Sometimes it is the different alphabets are used for domain and codomain. In that situation, it is not required to write domain or codomain. Clear? So it is if both the alphabets are same, you have to mention that I am taking these two arbitrary elements from the domain, belongs to R0 from domain. Now we are taking any two elements such that this is a fixed format to prove it. Every question has to be proved in this format, such that these two elements are there in the domain x1 comma x2, such that their functional values, these are said to be such that fx1 equals to fx2. Their functional values are same. See, some elements will be there in the domain. For that element, if I have to use this definition, suppose if I say f5, what is the value of the x? This is the domain, and the result, whatever you are getting, this will be there in the codomain. So if I take what is the image of 5, you will be writing it as 1 upon 5. 1 upon 5 will be here in the codomain. If I say f minus 2, that means its value will be 1 upon minus 2. 1 upon minus 2 will be lying here. So you have to take the elements from the domain, and whatever result you are getting by applying this function, that result will belong to the codomain. So that is the way. So this, if I am taking any elements, these are the arbitrary elements, we cannot be specific. So it is, these are any of the element, so such that their functional values are equal. That means if I find for this element, if I find the range of it, it will be fx1 equals to 1 upon x1. And this has to be assumed because I have taken it. Let us assume this such that it has these two elements are assumed in such a way that their function values are same. We are assuming the functional value same. So I am assuming the functional value same. Now fx1 will be 1 upon x1. and fx2 will be 1 upon x2, because if I have to find fx1, it will be 1 upon x1. Now if you do the cross multiplication, this implies that x1 equals to x2. This implies that f is 1, 1. Now I am coming to the description again. This step is same, these two steps are same in every question. Now after putting for x1 here, you'll be getting 1 upon x1 equals to 1 upon x2. If you do the cross multiplication, x1 equals to x2. Now one thing, how you're going to prove that the function is 1, 1, this has to be assumed one thing, and you must get this result. Whenever you are assuming this value and you are getting this result, straight away we say that the function is 1, 1. That means when we say that the function value is same, that means the function values are same, that means the elements are same. Because if we go to the definition, distinct element must have distinct images, same element must have same images. That means if the elements are same, the images are same. That means you can move backward also. We can move backward also. We can define this way also. We can take it as x1 is not equals to x2. This implies fx1 is not equals to fx. This can also be the method, but I prefer to use this method. So we start from here such that x1 is not equals to x2. We have to reach to fx1 is not equals to fx2. The definition says that if the elements are different, the function values are different. The elements are different, the function values are different. That means if the function values are equal, then the elements are equal. So you can use one of the method. I prefer to use this method that you take any of the two arbitrary elements such that the function values are same, and you prove that the elements are same. So this indicates that the function is 1, 1. Now I am coming to the second part. So just remember this one. You can note down this result, how it is being proved. These two steps are similar in all the questions. Then you have to put the value of the function x1 here. You will be getting two values. Then if you are reaching to this result directly, no need to think about it. You have to write f is the function which is 1, 1. Now I am coming to the onto part of it. Now onto part, you have to use your thinking process. So what is that? Now first of all, let's come to the onto. That means it is a subjective onto. So how we are going to prove the function is onto? Let's recall first of all the definition. The definition says that every element of the codomain, this is because I was taking the set A and the set B. Every element of the codomain must be the image of some element of the domain. That means every element of the codomain must be associated to some element of the set A, that is set R0. So in this case, how we are going to prove the function is onto? First of all, we will be assuming an element from codomain. So simply you have to write, this is the set format of the solution. So what we will be doing is, let us assume that let y belongs to R0. Now from where we are taking R0? We are taking R0 from the codomain. That's very important because both of these are R0. So you have to write it here, codomain. If it is the same alphabet, you have to mention, otherwise not required. It's codomain. Let us assume that y belongs to R0 in the codomain such that there exists some x belongs to R0, and here you have to write x belongs to R0. I have to write it here, codomain. There exists, okay, I'm writing it here. There exists some x belongs to R0 domain. It's domain for which fx0, for which fx equals to. Now you have to understand this thing. Now again and again you have to recall the definition first of all. Unless you are very much familiar with the you must be familiar with the logic of the definition. And the logic says that we are taking any element of the codomain. For this element, there has to be some element in the domain. So this is a fixed element. There is a fixed element which is present in the codomain. And for this element, we are assuming, this is the assumption, this part is the assumption, such that there exists some x belong. for this element, we are assuming that there is some element in this in the domain which is x, for which this is the, for which y is the image of x. If y is the image of x, that means fx equals to 1. That has to be fx equals to, because if I say this is an element of the codomain, for with respect to this element, there is an element in the domain which is x, for which y is the image. So if y is the image, that means x is associated to y, x is associated to y under f. So we will be getting fx equals to y. Now the thing is that this is a fixed element which is present, and this is an element which we have assumed. Now whatever element we have assumed, whether it is present or not, we have to verify it. It's very important. Whatever element we are assuming it in the domain, it should be there. That means y, for every element y, there has to be some pre-image. X has to be present in the domain. This has to be shown. So this fx equals to y. So fx is written as 1 upon x. 1 upon x equals to y. In place of fx, I can write 1 upon x. So it is now, that means x, we have to write x in terms of y now. Y has to be taken into the denominator. It is y equals to 1 by y. Now after writing x in terms of y, what you have to show that whether this element, because it is x here, x equals to 1 upon y, whether this 1 upon y lies in this or not. Definitely it is I, because y belongs to the set of real numbers which is not 0. So 1 upon y will also be not 0, and it will be some real number. So this belongs to R0, that is domain. Now that is it has been proved. You can see it here, x equals to 1 upon y, as y belongs to R0, so 1 upon y will also be 1 upon y will also belongs to R0, because it is not non-zero. So that means if 1 upon y belongs to R0, and what was x? X was in the domain. That means 1 upon y belongs to R0, which is in the domain. That means we have shown that for every element y, there is some element x. For example, I am giving you the example. You can check with the help of an example. If I say there is an element, if I say there is an element 5 here, let's check an element here. Let me check an element 5. What is the pre-image of this? Let us check for every element whether there is a pre-image or not. If I say there is an element 5, what is the pre-image of this element here? It is 1 upon 5. Because if I take 1 upon 5 x, I am taking this element 5 in this codomain. Let's write here f5 equals to 1 upon for this 5, if I take x, the value of x as 1 upon 5, so it is f1 upon 5 equals to 1 upon 5. You'll be getting this. So every element of this set will be having the pre-image in the set R0, which is the domain. So this implies that we'll be writing this, because we have proved that whatever x we are getting, we have shown that it belongs to the domain. This is important. You are getting an x, and that x value has to be there in the domain. This has to be proved. So this implies that f is onto. Now the question may be asked whether it is 1 1 and onto. It is 1 1 as well as onto. So whether it is bijective, yes, it is bijective, because it is 1 1 and onto. It is a bijective function. So this is what all about the types of functions and the various terms involved in this one. So the question thereafter, the question in this case is the result true if the domain is replaced by n with codomain by being the same as R0? So domain by n, suppose the question says that if the domain you are changing it by n, and codomain is same as R0. Codomain is same as R0, and the domain is replaced by n, right? If this is a function and the definition is same, whether it is a 1 1 function or not. Now if it is a 1 1 function, if I say 1 1 function is the set of natural number, so if you take it as if I take it as suppose 5, if I find the value of 5, it will be 1 upon 5. 6, 1 upon 6. Yes, it is 1 1 function. So if I use that procedure to find it as a 1 1 function, what I have to take it? I have to take x1, x2 belongs to the set of codomain, and such that fx1 equals to fx2. Now it is, the definition will be same, 1 upon x1 equals to 1 upon x2. That means x1 equals to x2. That means the function is 1 1. The function is 1 1. But if I talk about the onto function, whether it is an onto function or not, so for onto function, every element of the set this one must be pre-image of this one. So if you see that now, if you see this case, that if I take the negative number here, negative number, if I say suppose it is -1/5, there is an element, because it is R0 set of non-zero real number. If I take the element -5, -5 will not be having any pre-image because it is a set of natural numbers. This set of, so again I repeat the same thing that when we were proving there in the case of the range and the codomain, if you recall those concepts to find the range and codomain, if it is not true, some statement is not true, just you give an example to prove that this is the reason that it is not true. So similar is the case here. Just you give an example, just by showing with an example you can say that it is an onto function. So you take, just let us take this element 5 which does not have pre-image in the domain, so it is not an onto function, but it is a 1-1 function. So that differs, the question will differ, and the due to the definition of the function, whether the function is 1-1 or onto, that comes to a conclusion. So thank you very much. I will be taking the remaining question of the same exercise in the next session.